Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Full Damage on the Mindcrack Season 4 server. So this thing, almost complete. Why? Oh, because these ones are actually full. These ones are not full yet. Okay, that's why. But yes, this thing, getting there. Pretty much all of this is done. I'm just waiting on some trees to grow, or just generally gathering some resources just to make a few more hoppers for this thing. I need to go and grab some dirt to fill these guys. But then apart from that, it's done. I also need to fill the prize lines, but that's a whole bunch of diamonds. I might go and work on the dome, the Thunderdome, the dome of glass, whatever it's being called today, and work on the currency that I'm planning on implementing, just so I can fill this with something that's not diamonds, because that's a lot of diamonds. But apart from that, it is pretty much done. I also need to connect the decision circuit. Ooh, that hurt. The number picking thing. I may change out the minecart that's also on the number picking thing. With the changes to minecarts that are happening, I'm not too keen on having it. I wasn't too keen on having it before anyway. I don't like using something that's mechanical. Not mechanical as such, but some kind of moving entity, a moving part essentially, in a redstone project, because minecarts are liable to disappear and goodness knows what else. So I would like to not use the minecart at all. So we may look into ways to change that. I need to go grab some more redstone too. But I also need to put on... This is the plan going forwards. To add in the timer circuit, which will be down here. That I have planned. I'll show you guys in a second in a test world. The other thing to do is to add on some, or to sort out all these prize lines, work out where they're going to go. The high, the low, which are these two down here, or not the high, the low, the odd, the even, which are those two, they need to go that way. The red and black need to go that way. The high and low, which is this one and this one, need to go that way. And then this third, and the third that I'm standing on need to go that way. So basically they all need to go the opposite way from where they are. If needs be, I can expand this to include, to like separate these out. This is the high and the low third. So I could separate those two out, put another line here, just do high and the low third down here or whatever. That makes it a little bit easier probably. But we'll see. Then I need to send these pulses. What this is actually pulses right now, which was an oversight on my part. I thought it was latching, but it's not. I need to send those pulses into an RS latch, or an RS NOR latch, or whatever. I think it'll be an RS latch. Yeah, because it's got a set and a reset. Yeah. It'll go into a latch, but that's basically the same thing as we have. Where is it? Over here, these two droppers facing each other. These are basically a RS NOR latch anyway, so that's fine. I've built some and it will work. I am noticing some weirdness with these though. Let me jump back up there again because I fell off. I have a reset switch in to test the resetting. Not working as ideally as I would have hoped. It's fixable for sure, but just to show you guys, at the moment the redstone's just running across these repeaters here, running across the top of the droppers, sorry, and I keep falling down. This is so hard to navigate around, it's a pain in the ass really. So if we, if we flip this switch, they pulse multiple times, whether it's a north-south rule or something, but you see this has been pulsed presumably down and then back up, which is not ideal, because they are all going to pulse at the same time. That's the idea behind the whole reset line. Just one line to deal with it all. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what's happening with that. Just some of these guys, they just don't want to go down. The way to fix that though would just be to dig out one block back here, which shouldn't be a problem. Let's test that real quick. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Run the redstone on those blocks there. Those blocks will just power these repeaters here for sure. So that's easily fixable. Let's take some more fall damage because that's what we're good at. Let's have a nap just so it's not nighttime when I come back on here in just a second, and I'll show you my idea for the clock. Originally it was going to pulse 9 times 64 times, which is okay, but say if the only bet or the maximum bet there is just like 5 diamonds, then there's no point. You've pulsed like, I don't even know how much, 60 plus 64 times 8 times too much, you know? That's a lot of times. So let's go to single player test world. So what we have here, this is going to be the line that comes from the RS NOR latch of the or the number picking line. So that whole number picking array, and this is whatever. This is just one section of the prize giving circuit and the betting circuit. So this line comes from there. Whenever it pulses and this goes up, it sends a pulse down to this set reset, which turns this clock on here. Let me just pulse that back real quick by doing that. So that locks it again. Whenever a bet is made, so the bet will happen first. Whenever the bet is made, that will trigger this like it does and push this piston down and put that over there. This line here is new. When this starts pulsing, this will pulse this. But because this is a repeater set to a 4-tick delay, that pulse that I think is 4 ticks from a dropper clock is just turned into a solid signal and will power this here. Whenever this goes off again, it will send a pulse into the RS NOR latch here. So let's say a decision has been made, so this thing is turned on, which means this is pulsed, this begins ticking, which this sends a solid signal, it does the bet. Whenever all the bets have been made, or all the bets have been removed, this thing goes back up. This can turn off because this is not being powered anymore by pulses, which means this is not being a solid signal, which means this goes off, which means this generates a pulse to the T flip-flop here, or no, that would be an RS NOR latch too, which will then power this guy again and stop the clock from running. This line will run across the entire circuit here, the entire betting circuit, and then that will just mean anything that's still pulsing, which be any of these with bets still in them, will trigger this line, and that will stop the clock as soon as the last bets have been made, which will work perfectly. I think, anyway. I hope. We'll see that when we make it. But that's the idea for the clock there, and then that should be all the components done, I think. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, I just need to pretty it up, but apart from that, that should be everything. Right? Yeah. Excellent. So the actual roulette machine, it's not a loss, as I thought it once was. Anyway, I'm going to work on some things off camera. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long, and I shall get back to you guys in a second. Okay, I've just changed up the reset line here. Let's see if that fixes things. So all of these should go off. Or... yeah, all of them should go off. There we go. That's better. Yeah, seems to be working now. Like I said, it's probably some north-south rule or up-down rule or however it's calculated. It is nighttime again. Let's go have a nap. I've also got all the... oops, wrong way. All of the droppers sorted here, all down that way. They're all full, so it can accept bets now. Now it's just putting in the decision circuit to choose what number gets picked, connecting that, doing the clock, which I'll probably do next, and yeah, then it'll be good, I reckon. It'll be good. I need to fill these still, actually, and then I need to eventually change those, and I also need to fill the prize line as well. But yeah, apart from that, we're golden right now. We're golden. So I am out of redstone, as you guys saw earlier. So as MC Gamer, I don't know if he was streaming at the time, but MC Gamer came over to check this out. I gave him a couple of diamonds to bet. He won a couple of times, gave them back to me. So yeah, 13 diamonds. As I need to go buy some goodies from Seth Bling's shop, let's see if we can win some diamonds to go do that with. Nothing there. Wait for the light. There we go. Come on, Lucky. No, dang it. Dang it. Wait for the light again. I'm afraid the roulette machine is going to cause quite a bit of lag on the server. I'm thinking this is causing lag too. It's a big redstone thing. I mean, it's got to, really. It's a big redstone thing, but hopefully it's not too bad. It's going to be worse with the roulette machine for sure, but hopefully it's not game-breaking. Aha! We won! Success! Nice. Come on. It should be coming in. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay! Nice! Like I said, I may change these odds slightly. Let's go buy a stack of diamond blocks from Seth Bling and deposit the rest of those winnings into the machine. I need... Currently I think I have about 2 stacks of diamonds in the casino. I want... Basically, I'm gonna, like I keep saying, I'm gonna introduce this currency. So it's just gonna be based on notes. So it's not people carrying diamonds around. It's more secure with a currency, really. But I want to have no more currency than I have diamonds in the casino, because that will prevent people having some currency and not being able to change it into diamonds in the casino. Like, that would be pointless. So what I'm thinking is only creating the amount of currency that I have diamonds in the casino, but then that creates a problem, or removes the solution that the currency would have had, being I can just add more currency and not have to worry about the amount of diamonds. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I think it's important that, at least for now, while there's nothing else to use the currency on, is to have the stock of diamonds ready to be changed into currency. And I also, well, I do need a surplus of currency as well, because if people want to change their diamonds into currency, then I need to do that. So it works out, I guess. Maybe. Anyway, let me work on the clock circuit and get that sorted. Shouldn't take me too long, and then hopefully we can have the rest of the circuit wired up and ready to go, and give it a quick test before the end of the episode. Okay, so there's an issue with this. As these are all facing the same way, let me stop running around because that's probably really bad for the video. As these are all facing the same way, so there would be, or there was, a repeater here facing this way, and then, can I might as well do this so I can walk along. Then there was these repeaters, these are facing this way, so like you can't, let's say there's no bets placed in here, so none of these have come down. No. No. I don't think it's a problem, actually. Hang on. This is where it gets a little confusing. So let's say that the only bet is in the far end here. Someone has just bet on the high third. That's it. No other bets. That's going to pulse this guy, which is going to do a long pulse in this and keep this on, which will keep this entire line on. Okay, yeah, it's irrelevant from all these. Never mind. Ignore this section of the video if I leave it in, because it's completely rubbish. So the clock circuit's now done. I need to gather some Hello. I need to gather some coal and some comparators. Hi. Did you spawn in the machine or did you spawn outside? I don't know. I hope not in the machine. Anyway, I need to gather some coal and some comparators, because I need a comparator here, and then I need comparators for the RS Norlatches, or the RS Norlatches down there. Ooh, hello. That's bad. Yes, I need torches badly. I was going to show you the machine, but I guess not with that guy there. Let me go grab some coal, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, now that we're lit up and our problems have disappeared, I think he might just be in the machine somewhere. If he blows up, I will be so sad. I don't see him though. Anyway, this is a standard hopper clock, has an item in it, etc, etc. You know what those things are all about. A comparator will go here facing this way, but I don't have one at the moment. This is the RS Norlatch here. The output is coming from along here and then going into this. Whenever these pistons go up, in fact, is one of them down? Are you? What are you? Oh, you're just a stack of stuff. Whenever these pistons go up, then this will turn off, which is the same principle with that pulsing being turned into a solid signal. That will pulse this, which will cause this to turn on, which will turn this off like it is right now. The other part is these things here. This is the number circuit. So these are for your 0 to 13, or your 0 to 12, sorry. These are for your odds and evens and such. These will be powered from blocks here. Like a block will be at this point, and that will be powered via a vertical line of redstone torches. Whenever these come on, they will also trigger, they will also trigger these various gates here, various AND gates. I also found the lava, by the way, that's been plaguing me for a while. So these are for your 3/3. Whenever this comes on, and either 1 through 12 comes on, that will turn this AND gate off, which will power this. Oh, both of them, sorry, need to come on. And these are for your red, black, high, low, odd, even. Whenever these come on, this will trigger this AND gate here, which will turn this on, which will turn this on, which will turn this off. This being turned off from your 1 through 12 and your thirds. That will be turned off, which will turn this off, which will turn this on. This is in an OR gate with this guy, which is 0. If you're familiar with roulette, you'll know that 0 is green. It's also not odd, even, or high or low. It's just green. It's just 0. 0 is the only thing that will trigger. So whenever that comes on, it powers a line of redstone which goes under here, which powers this, which is an OR gate. So it's either going to be 0 or a number, which has also triggered a color, which has triggered a high-low, which has triggered a third or whatever. Basically, everything that needs to be up is up and triggered. This will trigger this, which will turn this off and pulse this and turn this to start ticking, which again will tick until those go up, or these pistons go up, and it pulses again and stops ticking. So that's good. That all works and such. Now the next thing to do is to do this bit. Whether I have time today or not, I'm not sure, because this has taken me a little bit longer than I would have thought. Around about now is the time I normally finish recording and then do various other things that I got to get done. But yes, I'll probably work on that off camera. Well, I've been working on the whole thing off camera, but not in this episode. Next episode we'll have this finished. I would like to quickly head to a test world. Let's do that. Something I want to include is a vault to store all the diamonds. So let's quickly test a couple of things. The ways to get in to a room in Minecraft. Say we had a room made out of stone, like so, just a small 2x2 room. The ways to get into that would be to create a 1-block hole, or the simplest way to get into that without interfering with the structure as little as possible, would be to create a hole that is 1 by 1, and then you ender pearl into that. That's what we want to stop people doing into the vault. Any hole that's 1 by 1 is enough to get somebody into the vault and out of the vault, so we want to stop people doing that. The ways to create a 1 by 1 hole, say if this was sand, and sand was triggering it, and if the sand fooled, like you break this, it will trigger all the sand all the way up, and if that fell, then bad news. It would trigger the alarm or whatever. But you could also use a piston. Let's get in here. You could use a piston to hold the rest of the sand up. How can I place this without messing anything up? Nope, not like that. Let's just get in there to place it. So you could use a piston. If you powered that piston, that would hold the rest of the sand. You wouldn't be able to ender pearl into that gap, but you could also then move your piston up, probably. Now if we had more sand, say this room was bigger, you could move your piston up, hold that sand. You could then turn this piston, or you could just remove this piston completely and then ender pearl in. That wouldn't be a problem. If this room was deeper, then that would obviously fall all the way down further, so you could do that for sure. And ender pearl in, which would be bad. So I need to figure out multiple ways of securing a vault. What I'm thinking is if we built the wall out of sand, something that collapsed, if somebody interfered with it, and then obviously send that up. We also need to secure the floor and the ceiling, as all of those points are places people could get into the vault from. If we did that, something like so, and then we put on the floor, imagine this room goes all the way around, we put on the floor some pressure plates, like so, put these along this wall, then have an inner vault that is made out of something solid, perhaps. This can just ensure we'll have it completely suspended off the floor as well. This will just ensure that the sand definitely falls on the pressure plate if pushed in and interfered with, tampered with. Something like so. Okay, so if we went in, we tried a whole piston thing, let's just push it across like this, that'll be easier. Whoops. That's no good. Weather clear. If we... I want to push... Oh, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Perfect. So if we now use that guy like so, he would break on the pressure plate and trigger that. That can trigger an alarm. So that's fine. That covers the walls, because then if somebody, say, breaks it normally, then this could collapse and trigger some redstone on the top here. As for the floor, we could... how can we do the floor? The floor's going to have to be solid. We could just do... Well, no, we couldn't do lava because then somebody could just ender pearl quickly through the lava. That doesn't stop them. Does pressure plates burn if they're next to lava? Wooden pressure plates? Let's see. I don't think they do, but we can try it. Because we can have the lava as a security feature anyway, that's fine. The other thing with this vault, it does need an access point that you can get into it from with a security code. So it needs to be big enough to hold some hoppers and a circuit that will, like the item sorting circuit, so it will sort through a password and open a door. So it does need to be able to do that. Man, it's going to be tricky though, eh? That's the next step in the casino is putting this vault in. It doesn't look like these guys are burning, so that's good. We can have the lava as a security feature, but we also need everything else as well. That can be a homework excitement. I keep saying excitement. Homework assignment for you guys. I've never done that before. I've never given you homework. But in the comments, let me know your ideas for a security feature. I'm going to work on it as well, and then I'm going to do, the roulette stuff that needs to be done. But yes, as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.